Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've looked at Arbitrum and it's not doing that well. That is what I would say. Now, if we look at its monthly performance, it's down like 9.56%, and the last 30 days it's like 11. Also, this was like in the last 14 days, and in the last 30 days it's down like 11%. And if you look at its yearly performance, it's also down by 17.7%, so which is not good. Now, in terms of, if we just look at and if we scroll through their Twitter, this is what it shows. So the RWA is doing really well. Their perpetuals volume is doing also really well, so that is like comparatively against Esther, which is on the BNB, and AVNT, which is on bear. So basically that is what they are comparing themselves now to. Now moving on, if we look at some other updates, they have just like their El Dorado, I would say, stablecoin payment app ranked as Bolivia's 14th most downloaded finance app on the Google Play Store. Not a big deal. Anyways, now moving on to the most important metrics, in my opinion, would be the like DeFi TVL and the increase of the market cap on their chain. So this is how it looks like. So if we just look at its growth, it's really I would say it's really good, as you can see. So basically the TVL, after hitting like 3.2 or like 3.25 billion, it went as low as like 2.1, and as of now it is at like 3.68, which is a new all-time high for the Arbitrum. And if we look at the market cap growth of the stable tokens, that is also up from 1.32 billion to now at 3.67 billion, which I think is just a massive growth. And if you look at their DEX volume and as well as their perpetuals volume, it's looking really well. Overall, I would say Arbitrum's like ecosystem is doing really well. So it is like going head on head against the base. So I would say that is really good for the Arbitrum in terms of its growth overall. And now again, if we look here in terms of like this ecosystem's TVL, that also continues to perform really well. So overall, I would say everything is looking really good, at least when it comes to its DeFi and its growth in terms of like its taxes and in terms of like its market cap. That's really good. Now the reason why the token continues to go down, this is how it looks like. So this was my previous analysis. So again, the reason why the token continues to go down would be again their monthly unlock. So as of now, at the time of recording this, the investors have received over like 1.13 billion Arbitrum tokens, and the future team plus advisors has received like 1.74 billion. And the investors will continue to receive more tokens, and they will get like total tokens that they will get would be worth up around 1.75 billion, which is going to be a lot. And in terms of the team will get like 2.69 billion tokens. So that is going to be again a massive like sell pressure in the future. And same goes to the investors. So again, the token has this massive monthly sell pressure, and because of that the token continues to go down. So that is the only reason that I can think of why the token continues to struggle. But again, that doesn't mean that we cannot do analysis on the token itself. So let's try to analyze the token. And now when I covered this token last time, it was like holding this trend line somewhere around here, and I did say that if it can hold like 46 to like 44 cent, it could be a really good retest, and it can go for like 68 after that. But again, it did not, and it turns out that it is now using this like support. It is using this resistance. So this was like support that I drew back here. Again, it actually ended up losing it, and now it is using this exact like support as a resistance. So that's not good, I would say. Again, if it does do this, that would be really good. Again, it doesn't seem like that it wants to do it. So overall, in the long term, again, I think the token will continue to suffer because of that massive allocation to the investors as well as to the team. But in the short term, we may see it run, but again to do that it does need to like break above from these different things. So the play that I would be looking at as of now would be if it can like break above from this blue trend line, then I would say I think that would be a really good breakout. But again, I think the possibility of Arbitrum like claiming this resistance as a support and going as high as 58 cent is still there. If it can like retest on this trend line, that would be really good. So most likely somewhere around 61 to 60 cent, that is going to be really good, like I would say resistance. But again, if it does go above from this trend line, I think that is going to be a massive breakout, and most likely there will be a lot of traders who will be most likely interested in buying at this breakout. And if that happens, I think like again still we can go as high as 83 cent or even like 95 cent is still in the play. But again, that does depends on if it can break out from here or not. So again, there are some resistance that it can face before it can break out. So for example, before going as high as that, it can reject somewhere around, I would say 48 cent or even like 49 cent is a possibility. But again, if it can like break up from here, and if we do break out from this trend line, I think this is going to be a massive trade for the Arbitrum, because this trend line is just, I would say, is too significant, because the token is in the downtrend ever since, like if we look at both of these touches. So we have a touch here back in March and we have back in December, and if it can like break above from here, I think the token will most likely turn bullish and we may see it go as high as 1.23 billion, also $1.23, and I think again that is a really good resistance. But again, if it can like push above this like yellow trend line, I think like it can basically go as high as 1.27 or 1.23, and again we do have another resistance, I would say somewhere around here, somewhere around 96 to 83 cent. But again, if it can flip these, I would be looking at a move as high as 96 to 83, or even as high as 1.27 to like 1.13. Again, the token does have a monthly sell pressure that you need to be aware of. But again, if this yellow line plays out, I think there will be a lot of traders that will be interesting to get into this token. Anyways, we'll see, or we'll wait and see what happens. Thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you.